then I'm like,
you can't make music all the time though. You're gonna fucking go crazy.
Not all the time, but
you got to make music when you're at the point where you got to make music when you really feel like making music.
I've had to force myself a couple of times though, because there's been like month-long periods where I've made nothing, and I still didn't want to.
I guess there's that happy medium too. Like you can't. There's definitely a point where it's hard to force yourself all the time. Like you're just gonna get your brain's just like mud.
Yeah, the
you
burnout
know what I mean.
Will.
But there's definitely a point where it's like, okay, I'm being lazy. I'm going to go and try to make music.
Yeah, that's the difference.
You know what I mean?
It's hard to tell the difference sometimes because I'll get in those like periods of time, and I'm being lazy, but I also genuinely just don't feel like making music. But then I made some like really good songs a couple times when I like didn't want to make music, or if I like just don't think about it, and I'm like there's a song on my album that I fucking like was so bored of working on my album. And I was like, I'm specifically making this song to not be on my album.
I think you should do that more.
And now it's on the album.
Personally. Well, cool. I'm glad you were able to make a song that goes on your album, but I think you should do that more. Like, I think not enough musicians be like, I'm just going to go make something for not even think about it for fun. Yeah. Like, I used to fucking... I play piano and shit, and I never got to a point with piano, like, everything has to be for a beat or for a song. Yeah. And then like, it would be so fucking stressful. Now I'm just like, I'm not even going to think about it. I'm just going to press keys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I have side project shit that, like, I don't promote.
Yeah.
And, like, the whole reason that I, like, made those pages was specifically so that I could just, like, because there's so many songs I've made that are, like, I really like them, but they're not for my main project. Yeah. So they just can't go anywhere. And then one day I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to start putting this shit up there. And some people find it and it's like easy to tell that it's me. It's my voice. I don't like pitch it up or anything. Yeah. But
I mean, a lot of artists have that. Like Darky's got Brahmin. Flacco's got his oldies page.
Well, and then Josiah was a side project.
Yeah. Which he had Free and then he had Josiah.
When I found out about that, I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. That must have been such a cool feeling too. Like imagine like you just are putting shit up for fun, and that's the shit that blows up. That's awesome.
Like, yeah,
because then you get fucking like tricked isn't the right word, but you get like thrown into like now you have to make the stuff that's for fun, which is awesome.
Yeah,
it's because like, fuck yeah, best case scenario.
It was like he's like you feel like sometimes as an artist, I guess you feel like you have to be serious all the time, and I think me and Darky talked about this too. Where he kind of felt that. I think it was Darky. I don't know. There's someone I was talking with that felt that way, and it's just like, music doesn't have to be about anything.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I mean? Like
I don't know. I don't know if I feel like I have to be serious all the time, but sometimes I do. It definitely, to a degree, feels like you can't like fully be yourself. Like I can in my music. Like when I make songs, it's definitely like that's me. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know. Like.
Well, I mean, obviously you don't want to shoot your friends.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's okay to.
Every time I fucking like cap in music, it's very clearly cap. You know.
Oh yeah.
And I also say like when I put out this super old project that I'm not going to say the name of because I don't even want to bring attention to it. But like when I put it out, I was like, none of this is real. I've been pissed off. I want to like vent about it. That's it.
Well, I think it's also okay like. To like you said, vent. Like you're gonna talk about this on the tracks. You don't actually want to go out and fucking kill people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like not like I hate people who are like everything you say has got to be 100% real, 100% authentic.
Stupid.
Like,
that ruins music.
It's just literally like. It's like you're getting your feelings out there. You're putting your feelings out there. Other people are listening to this because they might feel the same way. It makes them feel better, and it's hype. Like I don't like. I go to the gym a lot. I don't want to listen to fucking music about holding hands and hugging people when I'm going to fucking choke somebody.
Last time I fucking checked, it's like it's art. Yeah, aren't you supposed to be able to do what you want? Like, fuck all that stupid shit. I hate that.
Like you're supposed to be able to paint the image you want. It's all art. From the cover art to the lyrics to the beat.
Especially in rap, I feel like people don't treat it like that anymore. There's a huge like group of people that are like super strict about it. Yeah, and it's boring.
Gatekeeping.
Yeah, it's
old heads.
It's boring.
It's fucking stupid.
But that's why it's good to have like. There's so many people that like in the underground that even if I don't like listen to their music all the time, like I love what they're doing just because I know it's pissing somebody off. Which you have to do that.
Yeah.
There's so much shit I say in my music that probably makes people so mad. But that's what's good about it,
Yeah.
People don't want me to say all the words that I say all the time.
Yeah.
Take this. I've had enough of waiting. Also, this is not my preferred beverage, but this is what was at my disposal.
But shit, fucking nah, bro. It's just like WWE at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you're allowed to pick a character. You're allowed to. And there's nothing wrong with it. People look at it that it's like such a negative thing for some reason.
Yeah, and people
like, and it's okay. It's a creative. It's something creative. You're creating something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's art.
Also, like 99.9% of the people who love WWE, they know that it's fucking fake.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's like, oh, I can't believe that actually just happened for real. It's like, no,
bro, that shit is definitely fake, but that shit is so dangerous, and they fuck themselves up. People like, bro, no matter how fake it is, you're jumping from a 30-foot cage through a table.
There's been like three notable people who actually fucking died. What the fuck? Like, I hear about some shit like that, and I'm like, how do you fucking die doing WWE? But then you like watch it, and you're like, okay, never mind.
Like they like jumping off a ladder onto a bed of tacks or some shit.
I think one
like,
guy, fucking like, rest in peace, Jesus Christ. They brought him out on like, they were doing some crazy thing with like
the entrance
being super high in the air.
Owen Hart.
Yeah, maybe
it was Owen Hart. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I heard about
like
that.
An entrance. He was coming down from the ceiling or whatever, and the cable snapped.
Dude, imagine being in that fucking venue when that happened.
Yeah,
I can't. Because I don't think there's footage of that online, but like
no, it was definitely that was in the 80s. They definitely wiped.
Oh, it was that long ago. Okay.
They definitely wiped all that away. Like,
dude,
if that wasn't now, that would end it online somewhere.
Being there, dude, that would have been the craziest fucking thing. No. What do you even do?
I don't know. I would have gone home. That
you just sit there and I guess it's time to leave now. I don't know. Like you can't do anything.
Nah, it's just like, I don't know. It's such a fucking dangerous thing. I stopped watching because I got heavy into MMA, and I was like, I remember that's how I found out wrestling wasn't real, right?
Dude.
So there was like MMA was on the television. It was like UFC 40 something, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, wait a second.
Dude, when I first got into, I'm like a really big fan of that stuff, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
But I visited one of my friends, Nate, he's a guy who did all of the guitar on Frowny Face.
Okay. So that's how you refer to that song. I'm like, what does he call this song?
You can't say
like,
it,
Is it called Sad Face? Is it called Frowny Face?
People call it both.
Is it called Upset Face?
It's whatever the fuck you want. That was the point. I've realized that so many of my most popular songs have weird titles.
Yeah.
So I try to keep doing that. Like Thanks, which is like one of my favorite songs I've ever made.
Like, where do you come up with the title Does Kenny Beats Sell Crack? Like, how did that come about? Because
that song, it's funny, like, especially a while ago when I was still friends with certain people, we would make music all the time for fucking fun. And so the intention of it would be to do something stupid, just like a joke, and like have fun with it.
Which is okay.
Yeah, you know which is always, like, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
But then we came, there were several times where we came back upstairs and listened to it, and we were like, wait, this is really fucking good. So we would just, like, title it that.
Yeah.
I think that came from just an inside joke, because this was years ago, but because we were all just, like, super into Kenny Beats at the time. I still am. But
Kenny Beats is hard.
Oh, my God. He's one of my favorite producers.
You can end up on his fucking show one day. I forget what it's called.
The Cave?
Yeah, The Cave. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Dude, you heard the Denzel project they did?
Yeah.
Unlocked? That is one of the best projects that's come out in years.
Kenny Beats is legend.
Amazing.
And one thing I do like about Kenny Beats before you get back on the topic is especially someone we're just talking about age. Like, I'm 26. Like, he's mid 30s at least. It definitely, like, you know what I mean? It's like reassuring to see that someone like that at his age is just starting to really, like, get to that level.
Yeah, and he talks about it too.
You know what I mean?
About how, like, what did Jay-Z put his first album out at, like, 28?
Yeah. So it's like Kendrick, same thing, 26.
Yeah, Suicide Boys, like, are, like, well into their 30s now, right? Or no, they're about to be 30 or whatever. But
I think they have to be in their 30s. Definitely.
At least Scrim definitely has to be.
Yeah.
But, like, they blew up later too. And they're one of the biggest fucking things to ever come out of the underground. So.
And I think there's a lot of people, like, a lot of artists and shit today that, like, their age eats to them, because you compare yourself, especially on the internet.
Dude.
When you see someone 17, 18 blowing up. But then you realize, like, 5 years, like, where the fuck did they go?
Dude, when I turned 16, the only thing I was thinking about all day was Chief Keef. I was like, fuck, bro. Like, Chief Keef was fucking rich as fuck at this point. And I was like, you know, and when I was 16, I was making garbage
he still
music.
is.
Oh, yeah.
Chief Keef is...
No, Chief Keef, the last album that he put out, dude, oh, it's so good.
What was his last album?
I think it's called, like... It's like something that I can't pronounce. Or maybe it's not actually that complicated.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love Chief
Oh,
Keef.
Fornem.
Yeah.
This one. Dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think
that was hard.
I woke up and like a different album had dropped that I was really excited to listen to. And I listened to it and it sucked. And then Jay was like, listen to the new Chief Keef. And I was like, okay. And I was like, dude, he's fucking back.
Boy.
Like full fucking like force.
Like,
because a lot of the mixtapes that he puts out, it's like, I don't know, I don't love.
There was a while where it wasn't really hitting like it could have. Like the Bang series has kind of died down a little bit. Like, but Back from the Dead is a fucking classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Fucking Finally Rich is a fucking classic.
There's so much music, you know.
Yeah.
There's like 1,000 fucking mixtapes.
That whole drill scene was so influential though, especially even now today.
You know about Pappy?
I've heard the name.
Dude, we'll listen to Pappy after.
You're from Chicago too, so you know that whole drill scene was highly influential.
Yeah.
Like, to see where Lil Durk is today too is mad nice too. Because
I feel
I've been
like
fucking
there was
with Durk since 2012.
Yeah.
So it was mad nice to kind of.
I was fucking with him a little bit later than that, I think, but still pretty like early in my life. I don't know, you know, how long his career has been going on, but I feel like there was a switch where because for a long time Durk was like big, but he wasn't like massive. At least I don't remember it that way.
It wasn't like Chief Keef big, and then Durk kind of took over like the head of that drill scene. Now Durk is bigger than Chief Keef arguably ever was.
Does Durk even still make like? He doesn't still make like drill shit. I feel like it's more commercial.
No, he's definitely like he's diversified, but like you gotta respect it too because he's not like he's older now. He's got kids. You can't expect him to keep rapping about that same shit.
No, I wouldn't.
Like that's where my gripe is with Eminem. Like, bro, you're fucking 50. I don't want to hear about you sodomizing like ass rape or whatever the fuck you just said.
Like that shit was.
You're 50. You got a daughter my age. Like, rap about some grown man shit.
Especially
because
like,
me personally.
No
disrespect to him. He's one of the goats. But like
when those like super fucking old, you know, like classics came out, it was even less acceptable to say shit like that.
Absolutely.
That's why it mattered so much. You know, because it was like, what the fuck. You can't.
Now it's like you're just trying for shock value. Before it was like, okay, these are your actual feelings. Now it just seems like you're trying for shock value.
I did a lot of that shit too when I was younger, where I would say stuff that's like, when most people hear it, it's like whatever. Yeah, but I made it specifically just so that like fucking kids that I went to high school with would hear it and be like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, but you were like 16 younger, so you were trying to say some shit that was like, he was like 20 something younger. Like these were actual things that he went through. Like there's a difference between you being 16 young and him being 22 young.
Oh no, I'm talking.
You know what I mean?
I'm talking about like now.
Okay.
Like.
Oh yeah, with him saying this shit now.
Yeah. That's.
You ever heard Infinite by him?
Yes. Dude.
What if he did that shit now? Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Like if you were rapping like Infinite type shit now. That would be such a great progression.
I think also it's kind of sad too because I think his voice changed a lot as he got older, and you can't do anything about that.
No, you can't.
It's like it's not even the accent thing. Like that's different. That's whatever. You don't have to use the accents, but you know, it kind of sucks. I hope that when I get like way older, I don't like start sounding mad weird, and then I can't make good music anymore.
It's not even like his voice preventing him from making good music. It just seems too try hard and not. It's just not good. I don't know how to put it.
No,
you know what I mean.
I think it's definitely part of it though.
And I don't want to like disrespect him fully. Like if I would love to interview Eminem one day. That'd be fucking sick. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but it's objectively he's put out some fucking trash music.
But if you're an artist and you put out your art, I'm going to criticize it. Respectfully, of course.
No, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
As soon as you decide to put your art like publicly into the world,
like I remember I was
you know how many people hate my music, dude? It's like just the way that it is.
On that TM47 beat, there are so many comments. People argue in the comments to my song TM47. They're like, "This beat sucks," and someone's like, "Nah, this beat is fucking hard as hell." I love the arguments.
I love when people argue in my comments because it's just so funny. Like, because it devolves into something that's not even about the song anymore.
Yeah.
And then I'm like looking in my comment section and I'm like, what do you do? You realize you're here, right? Like, do this. I mean, whatever.
It's so subjective at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, we're snobs because we're really into fucking music. Like,
yeah.
we're really in this shit.
Yeah.
But it's just like someone who's just they
that's
don't really
like. I mean, and that's why like a lot of people like. There's a lot of artists that like. I hate, but I know for a fact that there's so many people that are like very casual, like with their music taste would love because they're not thinking about it, Which is like honestly. I think about it all the time. Like, I wish that I could go back to before I started making music just for like a while, because I liked so much more music. Now I'm so fucking hypercritical of everything, and
it's
it
like,
sucks, dude. I want to just like everything.
I forget who said this. I really do, but it was like, if you're gonna start making music, be prepared that the mystique of it is all gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude. When I was a kid and I was listening to like. Fucking like the Oasis shit that my dad would play for me, I'd be like, how the fuck did they do that? And now I listen to it.
This is amazing.
Yeah, now I listen to it and it's like, it's not like I could do it, that's Oasis,
Well, it's like now you listen to music and you like see the FL Studio layout in your head.
You have you have a grasp of like what's happening. It's not as special anymore.
Yeah.
But it's still, I feel like you trade that off for instead of being like whoa, how did they do this? Like, you trade that for being able to be like, I'm so fucking impressed that they were able to do that with the tools that they have.
Absolutely.
It's like especially today, if you can manage to do something unique now, what the fuck?
Or it's almost like everything's been done now.
I can't even, half of this shit I make, I'm like, this is really good, but it's been done before,
I mean, I think we're at a point where everything's inspired by something. Nothing's like 100% like original, like the Yeet type rage beats are kind of like this newest sound, but like even that's kind of like an offset. That's like a continued sound of what like Future was doing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, but I feel like it's been that way forever, and people probably had these same conversations like 20 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because everything is taken from something. There's no like fucking original thoughts anymore. No, everybody's thought the same shit. It's like you can have like original thoughts in a sense, but
that's why I usually have fucking Drew here, because he just resets everything and I don't even gotta worry about it or keep a timer. But like,
fuck you, Drew, you should have been here.
Yeah, why couldn't you afford the camera's not even on me. Why couldn't you afford the flight, Drew?
When you edit this, can you bounce back and forth between the cameras while I do this?
I can. Well, Drew's gonna do that because he's gonna edit it, so you're just gonna make more work for him.
That's why I'm giving you more work. You fucked up by now.
Drew's the GOAT though, bro. I'll be real. Like, I really couldn't do any of this shit without Drew.
I fucking love Drew. Every once in a while,
Drew's a fucking gem, bro.
He'll just slide into my DMs and be like, "Hi, I love you," and I'll be like, "What's up, Drew?" I think he just did that the other day.
He's a gem, bro. He really is. Fucking gem as a person. Genuine ass fucking dude.
On tour, he
was
was always so fucking happy on tour too.
Dude, he loves it. That's his happy space.
I fucking love people like that.
Like, you know what I mean? He's like he's here because he legitimately loves it. On tour, like, time of his life, bro. Like, it's just so legitimately happy to be there.
I love people like that because it just like eases me too. It makes me feel better. Like Ashley Marco.
Yeah.
On tour, he fucking like his energy at all times was super high, positive, like no matter what. Even when he was like slightly annoyed, like he'll always make a joke about it or something. Yeah. And it's like, damn, I feel so much better because I'll think about what's going on with me and I'll just be like, well, Marco would be fucking laughing right now.
He's super fucking dope too.
Dude, amazing.
Super fucking dope.
Him opening on tour was so great. I told him this the other day before the show. Fucking, it was like Daylight and H2H were like two songs that he played like every
Daylight's
time.
Great.
Amazing. Both
fucking
of them
amazing.
Great. And fucking at the very beginning of tour, like I was listening to them and I was like, okay, it's not really my type of shit, but it's cool. And then by the end, they are just like solidified as classics in my brain because they're so good. And I don't like. I look back and I'm like, how the fuck did I not think this was crazy?
It really is like something different too. Mm-hmm. Like it's not like. It's not generic in a sense. Like it has a poppy element to it, but it's done very well and very creatively. Yeah. Like Spider's also a great producer too. Spider is amazing.
Have you ever had this shit happen to you where you find an artist and you listen to them and you're like, damn, I fucking hate this. And then you come back a week later and you're like, holy shit, this is gold.
That happens a lot. Happened to me. You know who it happened with? Fucking Chauncey.
Really?
Chauncey 666.
Yeah.
Someone put me, I forget, I just heard his name float around. Mm-hmm. People kept DMing me, like, interview Chauncey 666. And I get DMs all the time. It'll happen where someone will get their fans or friends to spam me. And I'm like, all right. People kept spamming me, and I'm like, yo, this is like legitimate fans.
Yeah.
Peeped them. Peeped Bomb Threat. I was like, don't like this. Mm-hmm. And then my boy Deep October was like, give him another chance, send me some shit. And I'm like, yo, this is fire. This kid is great.
A long time ago, like years ago, Chauncey sent me an open, I think, and I heard it, and he was saying some wild shit on that song, and I was like, I can't hit this, bro. I can't put my... He was saying some shit that I heard it, and I was like, what the fuck? You just said that?